In a corporatist system of government, wherein there is no meaningful separation between corporate power and state power, corporate censorship is state censorship. Because legalized bribery in the form of corporate lobbying and campaign donations has given wealthy Americans the ability to control the US government's policy and behavior, Americans have no effective influence whatsoever. The United States unquestionably has a corporatist system of government. Large, influential corporations are inseparable from the state, so their censorship is inseparable from state censorship. This is especially true of the vast megacorporations of Silicon Valley, whose extensive ties to US intelligence agencies are well documented. Once you're assisting with the construction of the US military's drone program, receiving grants from the CIA and NSA for mass surveillance, or having your site content regulated by NATO's propaganda arm, you don't get to pretend you're a private independent corporation that is separate from government power. It is possible in the current system to have a normal business worth a few $1 million. But, if you want to get to billions of dollars in wealth control in a system where money translates directly to political power, you need to work with existing power structures, like the CIA and the Pentagon. Otherwise, they'll work with your competitors instead of you. And yet, every time someone points out the dangers of a few Silicon Valley plutocrats controlling speech, Democratic Party loyalists suddenly turn into rabid free market Ayn Rands. They are private companies, they proclaim, and the First Amendment only applies to government censorship, not private companies. But if corporations are indeed private organizations separate from the government, they need to keep their money out of politics. Either that, or these new media platforms must be treated like the government agencies they function as, with people getting all the First Amendment protections of free speech. Right now the social media complex, in alliance with the government plutocrats, are in bed together. This allows them to deplatform any voices they choose. Just this week, Ron Paul was banned on his Facebook page. Soft-spoken Ron Paul, if you can believe it. Now they are controlling what the President of the United States can say. They have banned him on Twitter and other platforms. And today, they impeached him on the dubious grounds that he called for an insurrection at the US Capitol on January the 6th. There isn't sufficient evidence that Trump intended to cause an insurrection or any other crime. His political speech does not meet the strict legal standards required. At this late date, when even the President of the United States can be silenced, any hope of overcoming censorship by a few Silicon Valley oligarchs is going to be difficult. We are playing for all the chips right now. We have to fight this high-tech censorship. We have no choice. The politicians allow censorship because they know their mainstream, plutocrat-friendly centrist views will never be censored. Everyone else is on the chopping block, however. This is headed somewhere dark. We're going to have to find a way to keep the media oligarchs from having their cake and eating it too.